and welcome to the beautiful Pocono Mountains of Pennsylvania. 45 teams from all areas and industries from across the states are here to fight it out for the title of Intelligent Sport Champions of America in the BG US Challenge. Those left standing at the end of the three-day mental and physical examination will join us in popping across the pond to the south of France for the Intelligent Sport World Series final at the end of the year. This is the third qualifying event we've covered. In the British leg, a muddy Sheffield saw an upset, with world champions Airbus beaten into second place as fellow Brits AWE crashed the party. More upsets at the European qualifier as Barclays took first place ahead of the powerful HP of Spain. Now the question is, can the Americans put up a team to challenge all of these at the world final? As night falls on the Pocono Mountains just an hour from New York, it's time to find out. One from each team grabs the instructions for the first of 6 stages. Beginning on the ski slopes at the Camelback Resort with 2006 champions St Jude's All-Stars quickly down to business. 13th in the world last year, these TV stars from shows like Survivor and Amazing Race are out to do something even more amazing in 2007.
Our experience will have to pay off this year. These guys, it's 4th race now, so we're catching up to the UK and Europeans.
We definitely feel a little bit of pressure this year. Last year we came in, we're like, we're going to have some fun, and we just happened to do well. This year, since we are the defending champions, you definitely feel a little bit of pressure, but whatever happens, happens.
And we'd like to qualify for the Worlds. That's our goal.
The main opposition comes from dozens of business teams, all out to take on the champions on the first stage.
Oh, we gotta pick up hit 4 checkpoints and solve a code in less than 2 hours. With how good these teams are, we got to do it in less than an hour. We want to win. We're going this way.
Teams have to go up, down, and all around the mountainside collecting pieces of code and somehow making sense of it all. It's an event that stretches the mental muscle as much as the physical.
I haven't cracked the code yet, but I got the clues, so we'll see what happens when it's time to start cracking.
Long before the codes are cracked, the heavens have opened. Driving rain and desperately cold temperatures as the clock approaches midnight.
A little bit wet, guys.
A little bit. 2 more. Brennan, double check that you write this down right. All right, guys.
Hope that notebook's waterproof, Brennan.
I got it written down. Here, look at the
But before long, the slopes are almost as slippery as during the height of ski season. But some teams are always prepared for conditions like these, such as the team that was 3rd in the US last year, and which always has a friendly word for a passerby.
Give it up. Woo, Boy Scouts.
We've kind of been working out a little more. Hopefully we're a little more prepared, and we've got a little experience under our belts this year. As far as what to expect, I don't know if we know what to expect, you know? The Challenger World does a good job of throwing good tricks at us, and if you get too much in a mindset, they're just going to go the other way.
Cool. Let's go.
Peace. Yeah, Boy Scout.
Good news for any little old ladies trying to get across the road in this weather. But these aren't Boy Scouts as we know them. They're out to win. Whilst the Scouts are not first to finish, that doesn't count for everything, with the stage time being balanced with the amount of bonuses achieved. In 69 minutes, though, St Jude's are one of the first with good time bonuses and all the codes cracked. Not just pretty faces, then.
You know, we warmed up pretty fast. We had a pretty good strategy. We executed it well. Made 1 or 2 slight navigation errors.
They might not get away with any more of those later on. The Boy Scouts have had a good stage, slower, but still in the hunt.
We got the puzzle, and we got all the bonus points. So we just kind of went for everything, and hopefully that'll offset our later time.
Out in the rain like this, you got to worry about getting hurt. Nobody got hurt. We got through it safely. We came in, we think, with a pretty good time, and so we're ready to go for tomorrow.
The champions then live up to their reputation, taking the lead on stage 1, with the Boy Scouts of America down in 6th. So first blood then to St Jude's All-Stars, but they and the other 44 teams, we're starting to get achy muscles. There's no let-up though going into day 2 because they've got 6.5 hours of competition and 3 stages ahead of them, starting with 3 hours of mountain biking here in the Promised Land State Park. Better get their engines started for this one.
All right,
Will we all be together when we're dipping?
There's more to hit the racetrack. Yeah. Don't hit the racetrack before you get it.
You were surprised to be in first going into the stage 2?
We knew we did pretty well, but you never know how their teams are going to do. But we had a good strategy. We thought would be hard to beat. They would definitely keep us in the top. We think we have the same for this race, or this leg. So we'll see what happens. It's about execution and not making mistakes now.
No time bonus for the Hollywood moments, but perfect execution and well worth another look. A bike stage could suit the Boy Scouts. They're physically fit and all of them are raft guides by profession. This stage, though, is all about another kind of vehicle. Teams have 3 hours to collect cars from checkpoints, then ride like hell to other checkpoints to collect a driver for each car. After that, they ride some more to a racetrack to score a time bonus every time they complete this routine, like Team Volvo here.
Doing awesome, man. It's awesome.
Confident words there, but the first cracks are starting to appear in the St. Jude's team.
Try to get up in front. We broke up two and two. Yeah, let's check the bridge on the trail. Keep going this way.
They've yet to score as they struggle to find their way to checkpoints hidden deep away in the forest.
See you guys.
This stage is all about reaching the racetracks first. The sooner you get to each one, the bigger your bonus. The pit stop here marks the halfway point of the stage. The teams, once they've completed at least one race, can check in here before going back out onto the course to gather up as much time bonus as possible before the clock runs out. Most importantly, though, the first team in here tells us who's got their foot on the gas and who's languishing in the slow lane. And it's the Boy Scouts leading the way. As the table shows, the first teams to the racetracks score more than those arriving later.
We went for one driver and one vehicle as fast as possible to get our one mandatory race out of the way. And then we went to the pit stop and spent the rest of the time trying to get as many races in the chase section as possible. It's good. We're having a great time. This is an awesome stage. We'll see you.
Close behind 45, the rush is on to stay in the crucial top 10 teams. Most of the Scouts' rivals are drawn from American corporations. And in the third year of the US Challenge, there are a lot of city slickers, but some seriously sharp outfits too. Volvo have been in since the first challenge in 2005, and this year they've put together a team they believe is capable of winning. What's the training been like? What have you been focusing on?
The biggest thing was getting, for skills for the event, was map reading and a little bit of the orienteering and the puzzle solving. That's a part that if you can't do that, then you really put yourself at a disadvantage.
Have the reigning champions sharpened up as much as the chasing pack?
We got to the pit stop pretty late. We were lost when we split into pairs. We went to the furthest trails, and then there were I think a couple trails not on the map, and we just spent way too much time. We probably lost an hour trying to look for things. An hour would be pretty good.
I think we were like the 16th team at the pit stop, something like that. We certainly weren't one of the top 10. 26th? 26th. I knew there was a 6 in there somewhere.
26th place means less score at each of the racetracks, whilst Volvo and the Boy Scouts get bigger bonuses and more of them.
Yeah, we got that fast. Thank you.
It's time for you to shine.
St. Jude's have just one race in the can so far. The Boy Scouts heading for a 5th. Maybe the champs are learning that some of the teams have taken it up a level this year, as have some of the marshals. Waving in the Volvo boys for another big score.
We're strategizing now. We're going to plan where we go for each other point. Our two teammates went out and we went in. We went around the lake, they went up.
And if you can work out where that is, then you're doing better than these guys.
So is it this? We agreed to meet up here get our points together, and then we'll move on and strategize.
Biggest thing is just doing things as a team, not necessarily long events or anything, but just being together as a team, getting to know one another and how we handle stress in different environments. We do work, some of us, very closely together anyway.
All right, let's go. We gotta go back that way. We got a plan. We'll talk.
We're just gonna go with our reactions and our instincts and just forge ahead.
Tony! Hey! What? Before you decide, tell us what it is.
So what we thought is we would go.
Daytona is right there.
Yeah, let's do Daytona.
Can we get Daytona though?
Do
we have the right combination of
Yes,
stuff?
we have Daytona's 30 points. Then we'll go back to Indianapolis.
Working like a charm.
Let's do what you said.
And it's working like a charm for the Boy Scouts too.
Get out of the way! Don't even slow down, man.
You don't want to get in the way of an American Boy Scout when he's got a race to win. Stage time is running out, and they seem fairly satisfied with that performance. So how'd you go, guys?
I think we did really well. We came up with a plan pretty quickly and then executed it perfectly. Brilliantly.
Brilliant.
Oh, my legs, I can't feel them.
Come on.
I love pain.
I like pain, baby!
St. Jude's will have to learn to like it too. It's been an agonising stage for them.
Yeah, we had a great strategy.
You did?
Yeah.
We did have it.
Stick to it.
Yeah.
We stuck to it.
Right.
Just took a little longer than we thought.
Well, you know, might have
We
paid
needed
off.
that hour back. The hour that we lost, we needed back. Then we would have.
We would have had a real good stage.
But it's,
Yeah.
you know, it's the spirit of the race, so it's like it's not very forgiving. So you make a couple mistakes here and you pay for it.
A philosophical approach, but the truth is on the scoreboard. St. Jude's down to 7th, whilst Volvo take the lead ahead of the Boy Scouts.
Go!
Stage 3 is rafting on the Promised Land Lake, but hellish headwinds mean few teams, including Volvo, can make any progress. But the Boy Scouts are professional raft guides, remember? Most teams are going backwards, including Volvo on the scoreboard as the Boy Scouts of America power into the lead. Some teams just find it easier to walk the stage, and even the pros suffered a bit.
That was tough, man. That was real tough.
After 7 hours of punishing activity, all the harder because of the rain and the wind, many teams are looking finished off at the halfway point of the whole event. But the event is far from over. Join us after the break as Volvo prove their biking skills once again and make the Boy Scouts battle for it all the way to the finish. It's day 3 and time for the final 2 stages of this event. Stage 5 will take place here at the Hickory Run State Park, what looks like a typically beautiful autumnal forest. Well, it was until the BGUS Challenge organisers got a hold of it and turned this part of Pennsylvania into another mountain bike racetrack. No change to the standings after Stage 4, the construction stage, and we go into Stage 5, the penultimate, with the Boy Scouts of America holding a perilous 5-minute lead over Team 13, Volvo Construction. The last day of the event, and it's all to play for. And there are still plenty of Pocono Mountains pitfalls between Preston's Boy Scouts and the finish line. This stage is a simple enough orienteering event, the catch being that the teams have to split up and must check in at different places but at the same time, which leads to a fair amount of wasted time for those whose estimates weren't exactly right.
Dip.
An instant result service at the finish.
H-Town, 12 minutes.
And the Boy Scouts look pretty pleased with that one. Whilst Volvo are a bit chuffed too.
Are you pleased with that result?
Yeah, we'll see how it holds up. There's some tough teams out there. We'll see how it holds up, but this is good.
is good for Volvo. Another 2 minutes clawed back from the Boy Scouts of America, setting up a big shootout for the final stage.
Do you think you can catch them up?
I think so.
We will catch
I think so. Yeah, we will. All right. Right, guys?
Right.
The final stage is a straight running and rafting race to the finish, with puzzles to solve on the way. But the catch is that teams can choose any one of 4 routes to get there. Now, the course planners could have kept it nice and simple for the final stage of this event, but let's face it, that's not really in their nature. So instead, they're asking the teams to gamble everything if they want to succeed. And it all starts here. The teams have got 4 options: green, blue, red or black. Do they keep it nice and simple and guarantee their points, or do they go all out for the black route and get 6 times the reward but risk a 30-minute penalty if they don't quite make it? It's a tough decision, and it's one the teams are going to have to make in a matter of seconds, and it's a decision that could determine the champion.
Yep. I think, yeah, just like before, don't be part of the game plan until we get the map. That's what it is.
Guys, you're currently in first place. You feel confident about hanging on to that spot?
I don't know. We're just gonna go out and do this stage, and we'll see where we end up when it's all over.
Are you nervous?
Nervous?
Excited?
Yeah, I guess a little.
What's the strategy going into the final stage?
Strategy's the same as it always been. We've been looking at the mission notes, and we've got our basic principles in our head, but we're not going to solidify a plan or even try to until we see a map.
Tucked in neatly in second place. You must feel great going into the final stage.
Perfect, absolutely. This is where we wanted to be. It gives us a few minutes out from first, gives us something to shoot for, whether we play it conservatively or we just put it all out in the line.
And you'll get your chance to put it out on the line in a minute. Grab a pencil and paper and see if you can puzzle like an intelligent sport team. Yes, it's not just a foot race. There are mental hurdles to cross whichever route you take. And the mind-bending puzzles on the black run will be the toughest of the lot. The teams have got the first question, so it's time now to commit to a route and a strategy.
We're going to go all the way down and then all the way back up the other side on the ridges.
Okay. What do you want to do, 2?
No.
We're going to go black.
Go for the win.
It's only 7.4 miles.
Volvo have gone for the big risk black route, which leaves the Boy Scouts no real option but to do the same and start by solving this little problem. So what's the shortest time our 4 hikers can get across the bridge? If they get this wrong, our 4 Boy Scouts could be out of first place before the finish line 7 miles away. Volvo aren't as fast, but they have done specialised training in problem solving, and that could pay off right now. They need to get to the finish 3 minutes ahead of the Boy Scouts. Time for the Boy Scouts to meet the marshal and find out if they've got it right.
No. Sorry.
Red.
Red?
Yes. And they're not going anywhere until they get the answer.
Incorrect.
Good.
Two attempts wrong, and Volvo get it right straight away.
Everyone's got a dip. No. So it's a straight race now, is it?
Yes, it, man. It's a foot race.
I'm back. That's 24.
All right.
Okay, back to
No, sorry.
Oops. Faster than 19 minutes. So Amy and Jim, Amy's gonna. You don't add these together.
No, you're right.
Jim and Amy walk together,
yes,
and then Jim goes back.
Call it out.
So it's 10. It's 10 minutes the first time. Jim comes back across the bridge.
That's a minute.
That's
Right.
1.
That's 1. 10 plus 1.
Then Nikki and Jim go back across.
That's 5. Comes back. That's
Jim
another
comes
1.
back.
Plus 1.
Then Jim and Glenn go across, and that's 2.
He comes back.
No, he doesn't come back. That's
He's already
it.
across.
That's it.
Good job.
I hate you guys.
Sorry.
Well, in case you couldn't follow the Boy Scouts' logic, there's your answer. The fast-running Boy Scouts will catch up a bit now, but there's still another problem like that one to master.
Got a head start if you got on them.
Don't know where they are, not thinking about them.
We can minimize the time at the stage breaks. We'll be okay.
And they do minimise the time. The puzzles like this one, no problem for Volvo.
She was, all right, hypothetical. If she was 30, there's a now and a was. Okay.
Hang on, isn't that right?
Volvo have already got it, but they're wasting time on a rare map reading mistake.
Take your point. Second turn in the wall.
The Boy Scouts have got the answer, but we'll give you a few more minutes to work on it. Just a couple of miles of rafting and running to the finish, and these teams seem pretty happy about that. But the Boy Scouts have got a fair bit of time to make up if they're going to claim that win. And these might be just the vehicles for them to do it in. But at the start of the last run-in, Volvo are a worrying distance ahead.
How do you think you're doing on time?
Doing good, doing good. Good shit.
Do you think you made the lead?
We can find the finish.
Teams who took the easier routes are finding the finish already, after a few days that have taken team bonding to whole new levels. Don't worry, they are actually dating, though whether the age gap is the same as the puzzle at checkpoint 3, we couldn't possibly comment. Volvo are in ahead of Boy Scouts just as planned, but will they be far enough ahead to claim first place? Only the Boy Scouts of America can decide that.
Come on! Stay on my heels, come on!
Up here.
We got new energy, let's go! Come on, guys!
Look at that.
Leave it all right here. Leave it all.
No, the male guy.
Oh.
Boy Scout.
Great job, guys.
Preston seems to know what everyone else knows. It's not enough.
Don't let him move, I will fall over.
Sam. Really pushing it through.
Congratulations then to Volvo, but all these do qualify for the World Series final, including deposed champions St Jude. But will any of them be able to see off 3 times world champions Airbus at the final? Stay tuned to Adrenaline Rush to find out.